Welcome everyone to ACES Live, and thanks for joining our monthly webinar series offered exclusively to our ACES members with education that pays and topics that help your business thrive. Your host today is Jim Reed, myself, the VP of Repair ACES, and also Mike Parniski, the Executive Director for ACES. Today we welcome Larry Waluda, Director of Sales and Business Development, and Michael Brady, Director of Finance Solutions for TruckSuite, to share financing options for your trucking customers. In just a moment, Larry and Michael will share how ACES members can take full advantage of the various financing options available for their trucking customers via TruckSuite. Financing solutions to complete critical repair, how to finance the purchase of industry's most comprehensive service contract. We will also open things up with some question and answers. Mike will be monitoring the chat feature, so share any questions and they will be answered at the end. So at this time, I'd like to welcome Larry and Michael to do the presentation for us for TruckSuite. Thanks.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks for that introduction.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting us.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
Hey, Larry. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Mike.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. So we're pretty excited to have you guys on today. You're long-term founding member of ACES, and some very innovative financing programs that I know our members are very interested in this topic. So we're so glad to get you scheduled today. So what are you going to share with us today? What kind of summary are we going to see?
Well, what I thought we'd do, Mike, is go through an outline of the Repair Finance Program. We've got a few slides to share with you, and what we've been able to do is hit the highlights. And of course, there'll be some Q&A afterwards, so we could drill down into the weeds a little bit if there are some detailed questions. But as a preface, before I start the PowerPoint here, I'd like to share that we feel that we put together a repair finance program unlike any other out there in the industry. A lot of us hear about repair finance programs, but what those programs entail, and more than anything, is to have equity in the truck. And in many cases, you have to pledge a pink slip. With our repair finance program, we're able to do smaller repairs without the equity in the truck, without pledging a pink slip. So with that, I'm going to start the PowerPoint and go through some of the highlights of the program, and then go through some of the technology that we've developed for delivery system to the shops themselves and to the customers. Our terms will range anywhere from 12 to 48 months. And the terms are predicated on obviously the size of the repair. And those repairs can range anywhere from $4,000 on up to $60,000. Now, as a preface to that, on the larger transactions, in larger repairs, we will look to the equity in the vehicle. And more than likely, if it's an engine job of some type, we'll look to pay off a first lien holder on the truck, take the pink slip, and advance the funds. In many cases, we will not require a down payment. There are options where if that owner-operator, the trucker, wants to put some money down on the truck to lower their payment, or if in fact they have money reserved in escrow somewhere to put down on a repair, we'll consider that. But in a lot of cases on the larger repairs, they don't have enough money to accommodate the full repair. Again, in some cases, we will not require the pink slip. We will not look to the equity in the truck. It's more or less a signature loan. Quick turnaround time. We will do a pre-qualification right up front to make sure that we can move forward. Now, one thing I do want to stress is we will look at challenge credits. And in almost every instance, there's a story behind the credit. And we don't want to discourage anybody from applying. We will consider stories as if there were slow payments in the past or some credit issues in the past, medical claims in the past, certain things we can overlook and build the story. In every instance, we'll conduct a short interview and collect some information and some data to reinforce a challenge credit. Payments are done ACH, make it real easy. We do consider, one of the things I take pride in what we do is we want to make sure that the cash flow is sufficient for that owner operator to go ahead and pay all his other bills, all his other obligations or her obligations, as well as put some money away. We don't try to shorten up the term or accelerate a payback. We want to make sure that that owner operator can handle the payments easily. On a positive note, we do report to credit agencies. So if there is some challenge credits and you're looking to build backup credit history, we do report to 3 different credit agencies. We get this question quite a bit, prepayment penalties. A lot of lenders out there that if you pay off a loan early, you'll get hit with a prepayment penalty. We don't have any prepayment penalties. So in the event that business is good, the routes that you're running are paying really good, and you want to accelerate some of the payback or even pay it off early, there are no prepayment penalties, which is a real good thing. Having said that, there are not a lot of cases where payments are accelerated. We do get early payoffs, but it is available to those that do want to pay off early. The other thing I want to stress with our programs is we do have the ability to capture all the data very easily through our TruckSuite mobile app. We launched it at the end of last year. It's a real easy download from the App Store if you have an iPhone, or Google Play if you have an Android. You go into My Truck Portal, and it's clearly identified repair financing. Tap on it, and it'll take you right to the credit application. You complete the credit app, put in the truck information. We will look for some photos that'll be easily downloaded for the CDL, insurance, copy of the estimate, pictures of the trucks, and then you submit it. After starting next month in our new offices, we're going to have the live concierge feature available, where just by hitting the live concierge button, you'll be able to get a live person in our offices, be able to walk you through the credit application process or answer any questions you may have, which is a real nice convenience to get through the process quickly. And I'd like Michael to jump in over here and talk about some of the repairs that are qualified for the repair financing that we offer. Go ahead, Michael.
Obviously, the mechanical breakdowns include the engine, overhauls, in-frame, I believe remanufacturing and new engines, drivetrain, transmissions, of course, the engine rebuilds. Now, if you come in and you have a minor repair that's under, $3,000 or so, you can, in most cases, if you need a steer tire or something to bring that price up, wear items, including brakes and clutches, we can add that to get to the minimum and get you over that, including anything that would help you to be DOT approved if something's wrong, like a broken mirror, things like that. One of the things that we want to stress too is it's very important that we find out in the beginning when your truck breaks down, instead of coming in at the middle or the end, because it makes it a little bit more difficult. TruckSuite is very good about vetting the itemized estimate, so we can help you through that process, and kind of walk you through and make sure that you're getting credit where you should get credit, or sometimes things get doubled where they're charging you twice by mistake or something. And the people that we have are truck techs that know how to go through this. And I believe that we're probably one of the few places that really take a look at that and are working for you to get through this process. The repairs that don't qualify, obviously, cosmetic upgrades, collision damage, cab repainting and decals. We're more concerned with you being up and running and being on the road and earning a living. And if things are going good, you can afford to put the decals on or have your cab repainted. But we're more concerned to make sure that your vehicle is safe, it's on the road, and you're making money. Now, the documentation to help this process to go along, we would need obviously a completed credit application, a copy of your CDL. In some cases, we're going to need a copy of your Social Security card, a voided copy of a check or credit card, and a copy of the title front and back. We need a scanned copy of the title. And then if you're leased on with a transportation company, the lease agreement would help, and also payment history. But the most right up front, probably the easiest things to do is give us that diagnostic trouble code detail report and a repair estimate or invoice that's itemized. It has to be itemized. And those are the first things that we would need to get things going for you, is that repair estimate and the diagnostic report. And then we can start rolling, getting the process going, and we can start gathering the other information. So up front, right away, as soon as you get to the repair facility, it would help us to be in on the beginning and get a copy of that report, and so we can go over it along with the itemized invoice or estimate.
Hey, Michael, can I ask a question? What comes to mind is, this is sound good underwriting, right? And you're doing everything you can to make this streamlined. How long does it take from the time somebody decides, they want to take this option to when they're good and ready to go, and they get the approval and they're ready to get their truck repaired? Just sort of a time frame.
Well, we're really streamlining things. We're working on that process, and I'd rather under promise and over deliver. It depends upon how quickly we get the repair estimate and invoice itemized along with that diagnostic. That's the first thing. And then, when we contact you and do the interview, of course, we're going to need the other items that I mentioned. Once that's going, it would take a couple days. I would say at the most 5 working days, but usually it drags a little bit, just because we can't get all the needed documentation to keep moving this forward. But if everything went right and you could get a copy of the title real easy and everything else, or help us to get it, it would take about 5 working days. Would you say that was right, Larry?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I wanted to jump in over there. A lot of times it is the function of getting responses back from the shop and or the owner operator. We can move very quickly. So if we make an initial request right up front and we're able to get all the information, we could move as quickly as need be. One thing I do want to stress what Michael said, and this is very important. A lot of times we'll get a request where a truck has been in the shop for a month, 2 months, even 3 months. And that's really hard to navigate around. You know, the sense of urgency to get that approval in place or a response is a lot tougher. So we do ask that if there is a request, the sooner we get it, the better off we are, and we can move a lot more quickly. And we are streamlining the process all the time. I had mentioned the TruckSuite mobile app. That streamlined the process quite a bit. Getting the information in piecemeal does not help. So that'll move things along. And Mike, I hope I answered your question, or whoever's question came in through the system.
Yeah, that's right. Get thumbs up.
Anyway, this funding process, Michael, do you want to finish that up, and then we could open it up to Q&A?
Absolutely. Coming near the end, the funding process, again, we want a final invoice and repairs, and our techs at TruckSuite will go through it with a fine-tuned comb, make sure that not only that the repairs were done right and complete, but sometimes a breakdown might, they might just fix the symptom and not the problem. And the people that we have that really go over it, they'll catch that and say, hey, you know, I understand, you know, you've got this fixed, but we need you to take a look at this as well, because sometimes it snowballs, and we just want to make sure. Again, our main goal here is not only to get you funding for repairs, but that you're back on the road with a safe truck and a reliable truck. So we want to get the invoice and the repairs confirmed by us, and then have the vehicle owner confirm all the repairs were completed. He could do a walk around. And then we fund the dealer or the repair shop directly. It gets wired to them. But again, we do not fund until both TruckSuite and the owner operator are satisfied with the repairs that were done.
Good stuff, Michael. Thanks for that input. And one of the things we strive is to get that owner operator back on the road as quickly as possible. Our byline is just drive. So we're looking to keep that owner operator off the side of the road in the truck, earning a living, to the benefit of the shop, to the benefit of the carrier, to the benefit of the owner operator, all the above. So on that note, if there are any questions, I'd like to open it up to any questions we might have from our audience.
Yeah, and everyone listening in, please offer up additional chat questions and get a chance to talk directly to Michael and Larry. One of the questions we had already that had come in was this: the reality is our members, a lot of them are hands-on. They're small shops. They're really busy. They're under the truck, so to speak. They got a wrench in a hand. They've got a phone in the other hand. They're busy. Is this going to be something to take on that will require any special knowledge or expertise or resources to do this? It seems too good to be true. It seems awesome, but the question was, can I do this with what I'm doing in my shop?
That's a good question, Mike. And what we've tried to do here at TruckSuite is we understand that situation in the shop, that their main job and their main goal is to get the truck in, repair it properly, and get it out as quickly as possible. So what we do is if we could just get a name, a phone number, contact information, or even have that owner operator download the app and apply online, we take care of the rest. There will be some conversation, there will be some questions we need to ask the shop, but for the most part, we want to keep that shop owner the service manager, the technician out of the loop on the credit side. That's something that we do. We know I've been in commercial lending on the truck side for over 40 years. Michael has been in it, in the truck side of it also for a number of years. We know how to work with that owner operator to get them across the finish line to get an approval. So we do not require a lot of input from the shop. You know, there may be some mechanical questions we'll ask for clarity on an estimate, but other than that, we handle the rest of it.
Okay. Another question is, you talk about the competitor in the landscape and the differentiation between what TruckSuite's doing and what your options are out there, what other credit offering businesses are doing, and the distinct advantages that TruckSuite brings. What are they? I mean, it seems like it's a cloud out there. Talk a little bit about that. So just kind of open ended.
You know, Mike, this goes back to the when I was talking through the PowerPoint, where we do offer the repair financing without a pink slip. I think the majority of the repair financing that is done out there from a competitive standpoint are looking for equity in the truck to where they actually pay off that first lien holder, take the truck as collateral, and it's basically a refinance of that truck. What we try to do is whenever we can, we'll qualify that repair without a pink slip, basically a signature loan. You know, it's kind of an extension of well, it's term debt, but you know, a lot of times these owner operators will have credit cards that have balance that may not have a balance on it, but they don't want to use the credit card. They want to use it for operating capital. So ours is a supplement to that. So I think we're unique in the industry. We're one of the few, and I can't tell you if there are any others out there that'll do what we do. So that's the uniqueness of our program.
Okay.
Well, Mike, I think that the important thing is how much the invoice and everything gets vetted, again, to make sure that when the repairs are done, that the truck was done correctly, and everything that was needed was done correctly. And then also DOT approved, so the driver or the owner is back on the road with a safe truck, and hopefully a few more years before the truck breaks down again.
Yeah. So, you know, that reminded me of something in conversation after, you know, as we got ACES going and as we've got, you know, the advantage to our ACES members, which I want to bring out again as one of the questions just from us here. The distinct advantage for an ACES member is that it's not just relegated to repair financing, service contracts, right? Larry, talk a little bit about how sometimes when you combine a repair and you want to get back on the road and you want to protect the owner operator and that asset going down the road with a service contract, you can finance that as well, right? Could you talk about that some?
Yes, we can. As a matter of fact, there's probably no better time for an owner operator driver to inquire about a warranty, extended warranty service contract. The truck's in the shop. And more than likely it doesn't have a service contract or an extended warranty on it. Truck's up on a lift. It's being worked on. We're already looking at the financing to take care of that repair. It would be nothing at all to go ahead and do a full inspection on the truck and submit it to us, and we'd be more than happy to provide a quote for that extended warranty. The other thing too is, since we're already looking at the credit for the repair, it's real easy to go ahead and finance that warranty. We're trying to not have that owner operator have more cash out of pocket. So it's not like they even have to come up with a down payment for the extended warranty either. It would just be a matter of an extension of credit. And again, we would look at the remaining term on the loan. We would want to make it cash flow friendly. We would want to make sure we match up the term of the warranty to match up the term of the financing as well on the truck.
Mhm.
So all those things would be handled through an interview, short interview with that owner operator, and see if it makes sense.
Mhm.
So yes, we can offer those extended warranties also.
Okay. Yeah, that almost got forgotten in our conversation. Jim, you have any questions? I know you wanted to throw something in there, and I have one more after before we close.
Yeah, another point to bring out is, when Larry and Mike go out and sell these programs to different customers, whether it's the warranty programs or whenever the ACES members, sell warranties or do repairs. The one thing nice about being an ACES member, I think in most cases, Larry and the team are going to be looking for ACES members to do any redos that may happen along the way, any kind of warranty work that may happen along the way. So being part of the ACES family and working with TruckSuite is potential work coming your way that, from warranty business that they sell to potential redos that do happen from time to time in order to take care of the customer the quickest and fastest way to keep them on the road. So they're a good partner. It's a good program, and it's one to help you grow your business as far as offering it to your customers. And it's another one to help grow your business by providing services when needed.
Mhm.
One thing
Yeah.
I do want to add to that, Jim, anytime there are any questions at all related to any of these finance programs or the extended warranties, feel free to call either Michael or myself. We always seem to be around and very accessible. So feel free to ask any questions. We're
Mhm.
available.
Yeah, and the other thing that I was impressed with, and this is just me, I'm a process geek. I mean, I've been doing it my whole life, is how streamlined and how powerful this app is. So if you're thinking about a shop and you don't want to get complicated and you want to sort of keep your life simple, this puts everything that's needed to do the application, the status, the update, all the things are in this app. So it makes it a one-stop shop for the owner operator, your customer. And so, this is the power, I think, talk about powered by iComply Pro. This is what makes the whole thing really different and innovative. And then the other thing I remember too, Larry and Michael and Jim, is that behind the scenes, you've got seasoned industry professionals who know this business, and they're there to help. It's not just a financial transaction or a process. There's actually seasoned industry knowledgeable people behind the scenes to make those distinctive question and answers around things that make the thing add value for the customer and for the shop. So I find that this to be a lot of the secret sauces right here. And if I could just say so.
You're right, Mike, and we take pride in what we've put together with our platform, with the TruckSuite mobile app to streamline the whole process. And it seems as though I know we have the app out there in the App Store and Google Play, but with any software, it seems like we're always enhancing it and developing it and making it better. So you're right. We're proud of it, and it does help.
All right. This is tremendous. Anything else, Michael or Larry, that we didn't cover? I know the 30 minutes went by pretty quickly and there's so much to cover, but I think we got a really good overview here. And
Well, I think one thing I'll leave with this, Mike, is because of the uniqueness of this program, a lot of end users and a lot of shops are not aware that we even offer this. And I think there's a tremendous opportunity for shop owners to get an extra 1, 2, 3, 4 repairs done that maybe you normally wouldn't get done. And so getting the word out and offering this type of financing, I think will be a huge top line revenue enhancer for some of the shops. And that's why I say if there are any questions at all on how it works, or to drill down into some more of the details and get into the weeds on this, we'll be more than happy to answer any questions. But it is unique, something fairly new, something that we're good at, and we're just here to help.
Well, we appreciate you being on our webinar today. We look forward to working with you and the team, both Larry and Michael, you and your team, to grow the business for TruckSuite and also grow the business for all the ACES members. And I know that there's more things to come. just like Repair ACES, we're always looking to bring more opportunities for our customers to help grow their business. And I'm sure you're doing the same thing on the TruckSuite side. So again, thanks for the time today. And we really appreciate you presenting this to our customers.
Thank you guys for the invite. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us. And it just proves the point that I have a face for radio, that's for sure.
Yeah, great. Thank you, everybody, and everyone have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you next time on ACES Live.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Sure, everybody.
Bye.
Take